Hi everyone and welcome to English 203. This is a very quick overview of just some quick tips on how to do your first discussion board assignment, which is to create a very simple About Me page. Normally in a class like this we might do introductions on the discussion board. This is my way of converting that introduction into an example of how we might communicate in business. And so one of the ways we might do that is to create an About Me page for a personal website. So I've put a screenshot of my own personal website here. This is not meant to be an example of how exactly you should do it. And when you're going to be posting this on the discussion board, all I want you to do is post the text and an image of yourself, and we'll talk about that here in just a minute. So when you're writing an About Me, let's look at 4 simple steps on how to do that best. You can write it as a narrative, you can write it in bullet points, or a combination. You'll see on my page here I've done a combination. I have a narrative at the top below my photo and then some bullet points below. And you can see that the link to my menu is up there on the right. I probably have too much text on this homepage. My audience is really intended to be fellow academics and others that I meet in a business setting, and it's intended for a certain, I want it to look somewhat sophisticated and a little bit more formal than others might look. I don't want it to look like a blog site and so this is how I chose to build my website. I actually initially built this website as an assignment for my master's degree program 5 years ago at Gonzaga. And I've updated it quite a bit since then. So do bullet points, do narrative. Either way, make sure that your content is geared toward the audience you're trying to reach out to. I don't care who that audience is, you decide. If you want it to be, less formal, fine. That's perfectly fine. If you want it to be fun and quirky, that's fine. Just remember what your audience is and aim for that audience. Keep it very simple. Web users, human beings in general, have a very short attention span. If you don't capture them in the first 3 to 5 seconds when they come onto your website, you've lost them. This is why YouTube Shorts are the most popular part of YouTube now. This is what has made apps like Instagram and Snapchat so popular, because they're just quickies, they're just fast. And so you don't want your audience to leave you, so make sure that it's visually interesting. The other thing to remember is that the human eye will go toward images first before they go to look at the text. This is true whether you're reading a book or a magazine or looking at a website or looking at a billboard. It's all the same. You have to have something that attracts the eye that is beyond just text. So this is just meant to be a fun exercise. Don't get too worked up about it, but try these 4 simple tips. Post it by Thursday with your image. And one final thought on your image. It doesn't have to be a formal shot like the one I've used here. It can be something I use in other settings. I use a picture of me holding my dog Charlie in front of the bulldog statue at Gonzaga University. I took that years ago when I was a student there. Well, 5 years ago. So it can be what you want it to be. Just make sure that you're thinking about your audience and it's not too casual or inappropriate for who you're trying to reach.